What's really good? How's everybody? I'm trying to position myself properly so I get a good angle. Hi, everybody. So this is super random. I'm so freaking excited to do this interview. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I'm about to invite the amazing Jose Santos onto this call because he has really, really just changed everything in the last few months that I've met him. I've seen his success story. I'm just so proud of him. And I really want to be able to share that to other people, to inspire them so that, anybody and everybody can be successful in whatever they're doing. So I just wanted him to share his story. I think he just joined. Let me see if I can add him. Hi, Diana. Thank you so much for joining. I love watching all your lives. Miss Realist over there. One of the realists out there. Whoop, whoop. So he is coming. Hey, Kendall. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Let me know where you're from.
Oh,
Oh!
sideways. How you
All
doing?
right. Jose's in the house. I'm good. How are
Hey,
you?
hold on. Let me just try to figure this camera out right here. All right. It's good, right?
You are perfecto. How are
Hey,
you
what's going
today?
on, Stacy?
I'm so fucking excited. Excuse my friend. You know I always gotta cuss. How are you today?
Good, good. I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. What's
That's
going on?
so dope. So dope. So I wanted to bring you on here because, we built a little bit of relationship within the last couple of months. I've heard a few stories about your childhood, your life, your experiences, and I've seen you just
Yeah,
blossom into something freaking phenomenal, amazing leader. And you're making money while doing it. So, I think you
yeah,
just
a
need
little
to share
bit.
your secrets, God damn it. And let everybody know
Never
what's
give
really
up.
good. So tell me where you from? What's your background? Give me some history.
I'm from New York, but I'm from Western New York.
Gotcha.
I'm from Rochester, which
Hmm.
is between Buffalo and Syracuse in New York, and it's a smaller city. It's a
And
smaller
cold.
city. Yeah, it's cold up there. It's cold. You know, Rochester was a industrial city, and it was known for manufacturing. Eastman Kodak, Xerox, Bosch and Lomb, a lot of factories, a lot of blue collar work.
Hmm.
So that was the environment I was raised in, and everybody went there for work when I was a kid. But now it's kind of going through a transition, just like a
I'm
lot of
sure.
cities,
Yeah.
just like Detroit and, all up in that area where it's kind of like, it's in poverty right now. It's not doing that great. So, I decided to, move to Orlando.
Woo! Big change.
So, yeah, yeah. So what questions you got for me, Stacy? You got some
I
juicy
I
questions?
want I want to know because this is super sporadic. I
Yeah, I
really
know.
want to know, like, how did you start off in this entrepreneurship? Like, what kind of like inspired you, and what are some of the things that you've experienced in your journey?
Oh my God, it's been a
Mm-mm.
while. Well, I mean, first of all, I grew up, my family had entrepreneurship already in them because they had like bodegas. They had the little
Love
bodega
it.
stores. My dad had a bodega for about over 22 years.
Did a
Um,
cat stay in
uh,
there?
what's that?
Did you keep a cat in there?
No, we didn't have no cats in there. No
Come
cats in
on, you gotta have the
there. No
bodega
animals.
cat.
Yeah, some people did have cats, so no, no cats in
Okay.
our bodega for sure. But yeah, that's the environment I kind of was raised in.
Mhm.
So I kind of always thought that hard work was life, really, to be honest, because I've seen my family struggle for so long in work. When I was a kid, I didn't realize how much they were actually struggling. Until I got older and
Mhm.
realized what was what. But that's the environment I grew up in. He had a bodega for 22 years, and he opened up in '76, way before I was born. And then when I was about 18 years old, he ended up selling it. Kind of the business outgrew him, I guess. Or didn't really evolve with the times. Same thing happened to my mother. My mother had a bodega for a little while as well. And she really didn't have the education and probably the skills and knowledge to make it grow like they wanted to.
Mhm.
So, it's kind of like my story is kind of unique, like everybody else's. So it's like I was raised with used to having what we needed. but I was blinded from a lot of stuff. I was sheltered from a lot of things. I felt like, my family kind of hid a lot of things from us, and from me when I was
Tell
growing
me
up.
more about that. What kind of things were hidden?
Just like, how the real world works, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that I was, not living, or I wasn't being taught what's realistic.
Hmm.
So I was growing up, used to, having money, and having, we didn't have big money, but to me, and the people where I was growing up, compared to a lot of people in the city, I did have some money,
Hmm.
so, therefore I was, blinded to the fact that, how you make that money, how it comes about. So I had a tough time transitioning when I was used to, working, at my family's, businesses,
Hmm.
as a kid and as a teenager. And therefore I didn't take school that serious because I thought that, I was going to be fine.
You
I was
came
going
out
to get
with a
older.
metal spoon in your mouth. You was gonna
Yeah, kind
carry
of.
on that
I had
bodega.
like the inner city silver spoon, kind of,
Hmm.
because I was in the hood and it was very poor where we were at, so it was a poverty, stricken city, but we had bodegas, so
Hmm.
we were kind of doing a little bit better than most, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, like I said, until I got to like my later teens, and I started realizing what was what. So I always had entrepreneurship in me, but like I said, after my parents lost their businesses, I was kind of lost. I didn't know what to do
Mm.
with myself. And then
Yeah.
I was very young at then. I was still about 18, 19 years old. I just had a child, at 18. So I had my first boy, and I was, now I'm a man, now I'm a father, now I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
So I was after for a while. I started with, always wanted to have my own business no matter what I did. So I figured, I was taught at a very early age too, to, if you're going to work, try to work, where you're going to get compensated for your efforts
Yeah.
instead of, just being an hourly wage guy. So I got into sales. I got into sales at an early age, and I was selling electronics. I got into cell phones, so that intrigued me. So of course, everything I got into, I always wanted to like build my own business around it.
Yeah.
So, my first brick and mortar business was the cell phone shop, which was years ago. That was my first thing that I did, and that was T-Mobile. I was selling T-Mobile phones. I did that for a while. Found out very, very fast that it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And then from there, I actually upgraded and integrated car customizing, because I come from the car customizing world as well.
Hmm.
And I opened up Modified Alley, which was a, parts, performance, stuff, for cars. I also did Nextel out of there, Boost Mobile. I mean, so that's why I started doing out of that. That lasted about a year or so. And then I sold out. I sold out to a guy down the road from me that was in business for a very long time. I feel that he got the better of me, got the better of the deal.
Mm.
But I was very young at the time. I was still just only 27 years old. I just had bought my house, and I thought I was really doing it at that point. And I got really discouraged after I sold my business out, because that was kind of like a dream business of mine. And but I felt like I was doing the right decision at that moment. And I moved on from that. So over the years, I've been in a lot of different industries, but I've always tried to figure out how to open up my own business or do my own thing somehow, whatever I was doing. And I've
Love it.
been at it ever since. I still haven't gave up, and I'm still learning new things now. So I mean, here I am. It's been about
Love it.
20 years.
Love it. Pure entrepreneur. You could sell ice to an Eskimo, salt to
Yeah.
a slug.
Yeah,
uh,
I've been through it all, man. I've sold mattresses. I mean, you name it, I've sold it.
so
So,
I love your hustle spirit, your hustle mentality. I feel like I've been in the same boat, just hustling in any industry that I've ever been on and just trying to
yeah.
conquer it. And I laugh whenever you said when you opened the store, it wasn't what you expected it to be, because that's exactly what I happened with myself. I opened the salon, which was my dream, my goal, my vision for many years, and it was just like, all right. Now what's next? All right. It's great. It's amazing helping people, but
Exactly.
it's kind of like I feel like I know I have more in me than just that brick and mortar kind of thing, you know? And I feel like you're on the same kind of path too. So I know that you're this amazing online coach now. You are freaking killing the game online, which I'm super proud of you and Jennifer. So I wanted to know, like, what is this thing? You were so different to me now since the last few months that I've met you. What has changed? What has kind of kicked you in the butt to kind of turn you around?
I mean, it's been a wild year. It's been a wild year and a half, I would say. Actually, a few years for me. Um, I was really, really heavy into the car scene, right? I was really into the car industry. Like, I love cars. Like, that was my passion. I wanted, and then I was running a auto center some years ago. A friend of mine, it was his, and I partner up with him, and I try to really like, get this whole business, together for him, and I did. I really helped him out do that, but I got burned out in the process. It was just so much, like I felt that what we built, was just so big that was just way over, the skills and knowledge that he possessed and even that I possessed, you know. I mean, it was just way bigger than us, and we didn't have the proper help and the proper stuff, so it just got very overwhelming. And I burned out. I burned out from the car business, so I took a step back and I wanted to do something totally different, totally different. So, for a while, it interests me. It was the world of barbering, just like, kind of like, the world of hair, world of
Yeah.
barbering intrigued me, and I seen it coming up, and I got into the business side of it, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of money to be made in this barbering industry, So I kind of wanted to get into it somehow, so I decided to go to barber school and go get myself educated. I went and got my New York State Master Barber's license, and that took me about probably 6-7 months. I was going to school part time at night. I was working during the day, and then at night, every night, believe it or not, I would go. I had a vision already going into this, and my vision was I was going to get my license. I was going to open up my own barber shop. I knew it wasn't going to generate the cash that I like, but I figured it was something that was use my artistic side, and it was something that was calming, and it was a steady, kind of recession-proof business. So I decided to get into that. While I was in school, I seen a location in College Town in my city. It was up and coming development, and I was like, man, I can go there. So I put my nose to the grind, started hustling up some money, so I could open up this barbershop as soon as I got out of school. So believe it or not, I would go deliver pizza every single night to about 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, on the weekends, just to kind of save up money, to put up capital to open up this barbershop,
Yeah.
And I did that for about 6 months. And, long story short, I graduated school. And the same day I was graduating, I signed a lease to my barbershop.
Nice.
Just found like this little hole in the wall. It was really like nothing. And I remodeled the place. I kind of went into it undercapitalized, like most entrepreneurs do. When they start something, they go undercapitalized,
Yeah.
But I just kind of just went with the flow and built it as I went. And I ran it for 2 years. And that brings me up to last year. I was always in the network marketing world for like the last 6 years. I've been dabbling in the network marketing world on the side because it very intrigued me, and the internet stuff,
Yeah.
And I knew there was a way to make money. I just didn't know how, and I didn't meet anyone yet, that could introduce me to that. So going back about a little over a year ago, or a little bit more over a year ago, I was doing a network marketing company while I was still in the barbershop. And through that network, I met Jennifer, and some other amazing people. And we just built a relationship from there. And then I ended up coming down here to Florida and visiting it quite a few times. And next thing you know, I'm selling the barbershop and I'm coming down. So, when I met Jennifer, that was the first person I've met that had a lot of drive similar to mine.
Yeah.
And it intrigued me a lot. So that's what kind of, we kind of decided to partner up and figure this whole entrepreneurship thing up. And, worst case scenario, you know, we made $1 million together. You know what I mean? That was
Worst case scenario.
yeah, they're gonna make $1 million together. Let's go. You know, so here I am a year later. I came down last June. You know, I just had sold the shop. I was only doing this network marketing company. I've only been in for like 6 months. You know, came down, started figuring everything out, started doing some networking events, you know, with people. And I just seen that we were kind of missing something on this whole network marketing thing. I just felt like, I mean, this is my 5th company now.
Wow.
They can't all be the same, or are
Right.
they? No.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whoa. So then I start figuring there's something in me that, you know, maybe some knowledge or skills that I'm lacking that I don't have. And I was trying to look for something, right? So, you know, things started getting a little bit rough for us right around that point. Her organization that she was already building for over 2.5 years, like from one day to 1 month to another, started crumbling apart, you know. So I was really looking for something, you know, online or something that, or someone that could show me the way. So a couple friends of ours, you know, were also in network marketing, and we went to go visit them. And, you know, Lewis brought it up to me that, you know, he met someone, and they put him onto his Millionaire Mentoring. And, you know, what they do is mentor people online and help them get to where they want to be at online. And these guys been doing it for a while, and they make, you know, over 7 figures a year, millions of dollars a year. And I'm like, hey, man, that sounds like what we need,
Right.
you know? So, you know, at first, you know, guys, we have big egos and stuff. So,
Huge.
You know,
Gigantic.
Huge. So at first we were like, you know, I mean, is this what we're really? I'm like, man, I think we should really look into this. I've heard it before. I never met someone. And I know his wife was struggling as well. And so we're looking for something. So they got into it. Long story short, a few weeks later, we seen a difference in all the stuff they were learning. I wanted to get into it really bad. So I decided to jump into it. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have the money to invest into it, all the money. And I borrowed a little bit of money, guys, to see the value in it. And that was in September 11th when we came on to the Millionaire Mentoring thing. And, you know, still for the rest of the year, we still kind of struggled. You know, we were trying to do so many different things at the same time. We really weren't understanding what we were doing, even though we thought we had a grasp of what we were doing, but we really truly didn't. And, you know, I was working some odd jobs through the winter, through the holidays and stuff. Got onto this program. You know, I would say we probably maybe put like 60% into it. Maybe I know it was 100. Did get some results right away, like within the first 24 hours. You know, made a first sale. Then a few weeks later, you know, made another one. So we already made, you know, a few $1,000s with this thing, but it wasn't consistent. But then I felt that we really wasn't giving it 110%. You know, I knew there was something missing there. So back in, I believe it was February. Yeah, I believe it was sometime in February. You know, I just had like my fuck it moment. You know, I was really upset. You know, I came home. I was working with these guys, you know, selling cars, and had a really bad experience. You know, I came home and told Jennifer, I was like, listen, we're going to figure this out today. We're going to figure this out somehow. We're going to figure this out. We know it works. We know we can make money. We just need to figure it out. You know, so at that point, she reached out to Darren Little, which is one of our millionaire mentors. And
shout out to
against
Darren.
against my will, to be honest, Stacy, against my will, because I was like,
ego
you know,
again.
He probably has, you know, he has a million things going on. He doesn't have time for us, you know. But you know what? He picked up the phone right away and gave us a call. And you know, we got on the phone with him. Probably spent an hour and a half with him, and he gave us a 10-day, you know, timeline. And, you know, we explained to him the situation we were in. You know, our backs were to the wall. We're very tight on money. You know, combined together, we have 6 children, you know. So it's not only like 2 lives here. We're talking about 8 lives, you know.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
You know, he gave us the timeline of 10 days and told us, like, listen, guys, if you guys really want to do this, if you're really just trying to surrender your ego, put it to the side, listen to what I'm saying, do exactly what I'm telling you to do for 10 days. If you don't see the shift in your business after 10 days, then, hey, I don't know what I'm talking about, whatever, you know what I mean? And I was like, all right, listen, I'll take you up on that. I'll take you up on that. And so we did. And we followed his instructions for 10 days. And after 10 days, within 4 days, we had our first income explosion online, which was a total of $5,400. And
in
you
4
know,
days. In 4 days.
In 4 days.
54.
No paid traffic.
In 4 days.
No paid ads.
54.
4 days.
$100.
5,400. Yes.
Hold on, I
And,
gotta rewind it. I gotta
since
rewind it
then,
one more second. One more second.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You freaking said, first off, you was in a bad place and you just messaged a millionaire and said, I need help. This mentor this mentor of yours, you just messaged him and he called you immediately. Who does that?
Exactly.
Like, who does that? First off,
that's what I said. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool. That he reached out and did that. Wow. So obviously his credibility just shot right up with me.
Amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
So we stuck to the plan and we've been sticking to. I mean, and it was the same stuff that we were getting coached on all along. We weren't really applying it properly, and we weren't really surrendering our ego because there were certain things that we were hesitant on doing because maybe we were afraid of, how we were perceived or looked at or whatever, whatever it may be. Anyway, so we're over that.
So hold on, you got 54 in 4 days.
Yeah,
$5,400 in 4 days.
In 4 days after the 10 days, and that was about 11, maybe going on 12 weeks ago. So it's probably been 3 months now. And I mean, since then, doing the same stuff, I think we've made like another like 24 grand.
You think you made? Oh, it's just chump change. 24 grand. That's it.
Yeah, like 24 grand. Well, that's one of our income streams, And then since then, we've been, linking up with other income streams and getting to other, projects and other businesses, using the same skills because they're transferable skills, which they could be used online, they could be used offline for offline business. As a matter of fact, right now I've been working on a big campaign for a local campaign here in Orlando, which I will be launching probably within the next week or so. I'm very excited about it. And this was, designed through the skills and stuff that I've learned through my Millionaire Mentoring,
I absolutely love that.
Super excited about it. Super excited about it. I mean, we've been applying the same strategies. We were able to, we just signed up with a new business not too long, I think last week. And within the first 48 hours, we were able to recruit 22 reps for that business, in 48 hours. And once again, no paid effort, no paid traffic, no paid ads, just using the same strategies that we've been using, for our other business,
That's so dope. So dope.
It is.
What a change in just 3 months. Amazing. What can happen in just a couple months? Shit, in a couple days it happened for you guys. A couple days.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what you can do when you really are just vulnerable and just like, humble yourself down, accept the fact that you don't know everything. It is impossible for someone to know everything. It's impossible, and that every person that we meet, every person we come, it doesn't matter how old they are or whatever, they're going to know something that you don't know. One thing that you don't know at least,
Super facts.
Exactly.
Talk to everybody.
It's just been us surrendering our ego and really putting our pride to the side and just being coachable and following the money. I mean, are you going to take advice from someone that, is not where you would like to be?
Is broke on the stoop? Are you going to take advice from the broke person on the stoop?
Or are you going to follow advice from someone that is currently not like made millions before? Because I try to tell people this all the time. Yesterday's home runs don't win today's games.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So there's, through life, we meet a lot of people like, well, you know what, 10 years ago, I made millions of dollars, but how can you help me make millions today, right now?
Exactly.
So I'm rolling with the guys that are actually making the money right now as we speak in today's society with today's technology. And, so they could share that knowledge with me so I could do the same. Why not?
I love it. Absolutely love it. So last question for anybody out there that may be in a weird place financially, mentally, what do you recommend them doing, or what is your best piece of advice that you could give to them right now at this moment?
I would be, look around you. Look around you. First of all, you want to figure out, what do you want out of life? What do you want out of life? Not what everybody else is doing, not what has worked for everybody else. What do you want out of life? Okay, that's the first thing you got to get clear on. Because if you're not clear about that, then, you don't know which way to go. So once you get clear on what you want to, where you want to be in life, what would you like to accomplish in life, Then start looking around you to the people you may know or people you may hang out with now and see if anybody aligns with that. And if they do, are they having the results that you would like to have? And if they don't, and you don't have anyone in your circle that cannot maybe, you know, help you get there or that you could team up with, look for someone.
Yes.
You know, search, look around, get on the internet. You know, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, on social media, period, you have the ability to reach out and find someone that maybe is on the same path as you, or maybe is already doing it or has already done it, and just reach out, ask, and it shall be given. You know,
I love it.
So,
love that.
That would be the most valuable piece of advice I could give someone.
I love
is
that.
Find someone that's currently doing it and ask for help. If they can't help you, most likely they'll guide you in the right direction. And what people need to understand that most successful people are willing to give back and want to give back. And that's the reason they're successful in the first place.
Facts on top of facts. That was so many facts right there. The beginning part that you said was look around your circle, because your circle sometimes will be the thing that holds you back. You know, exactly. there are some people that would cheer you on and be like, you know, you failed at that, but it's going to be okay. Yeah, right. That's great to have. But sometimes you need somebody to kick you right in your butt and be like, Stacy, get the fuck up. You're going to be all right. You're going to go do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, because they were successful too. But there's not too many people that have a lot of successful people in their circle. And that's sometimes the reason why it holds us back. But I strongly feel like if you have it in you, if you know that you can do better, go out there and search for it and go get it somehow, some way.
That was me for a while too, Stacy. I didn't have many successful people. What I thought was success when I was a child, then later on in life, I figured out that was illegal success. You know what I mean? That was hood rich. That wasn't real rich. You know? So that doesn't count, guys. Like, it has to be legit. You feel me? It has to be that you take that money to the bank. You know, type style, you know, that's true. You know, that would give you true freedom and success, you know.
Love that. I appreciate you for getting on this call with me. You're the best.
Everybody is watching. One more thing, Stacy. I know we're excited. You know, we've been working together for a while as well. I'm excited about tonight. Tonight, Jennifer, my other half, my partner, will be doing her first broadcast on her own. Is actually going to be sharing some tips and strategies that we've used to help us, you know, have this little success online and keep growing and going to where,
you know, just make your chump change of 24,000. No, 24. No, how do you 24,000? I can't even say it.
Right.
I'm about to say 2,400. 24,000 in 3 months. Those are the tips that they're going to be sharing tonight at 9 p.m., guys. So if you wanted to see it, reach out to me. I'll send you the link. Thank you all for joining. I don't think I have any questions, but I have people saying he's right. Great advice. Yes, Jose. Yes. People sneaking in from work right now. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, Jose, for getting on.
Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Keep up the hard work. You're doing amazing. Amazing. Love it.
Thank you, sweet cheeks.
Very much. See you guys soon.
All right. Y'all have a good night or day.